We will start in just a minute, but I would love to see us like gather together since it's a smaller than usual crowd. So if you want to move over to the middle, those of you that are right here are fine, but anyone like on the sides.
Hello, good Shabbos. I'm Jim Mason. I'm part of the Board of Trustees here. The announcements for tonight. As part of our congregation's 50th anniversary celebration, the temple will present a free Zoom lecture by Rabbi Lee Lerner on Wednesday, February 7th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. The topic is 50 Years of Zionism. You can register on our website or on the calendar. Rabbi Axelrod will be returning Wednesday from his trip to Israel, and he will be addressing the congregation services on Friday, February 9th at 6:15, early start. After services, he will show some of the video that he shot of the October 7th terrorist attack survivors telling their own stories. The Mensch Club will be hosting a Super Bowl on Saturday, February 10th at the temple from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Buy containers of a wide variety of homemade soups and help the Men's Club raise money for temple events and initiatives. CNT's Senior Smoozers will present an Oscar-themed Hello Hollywood luncheon on Monday, February 12th at 12 p.m. and in the social hall. Dress to impress and win the Best Dressed prize. Register on our website. Don't miss our special 50th anniversary Blast from the Past Shabbat on Friday, February 16th at 7 p.m. There will be a special pre-oneg or pre-neg experience that starts at 6 p.m. where you will walk down memory lane enjoying food, games, and music from the 1970s. Come dressed in 1970s fashion. Save the date for our 50 Years of Canners concert with Love to Israel on Saturday, March 2nd at the temple, 7 p.m. Cantor Hutchins will be joined by CNT cantors Billy Tepp, Becky Mann, and Bella Friedman. And finally, save the date for our Justice Michael Cherry Tacona Alum Community Service Award Champagne Brunch on Sunday, April 21st, here at the temple, 10:30 a.m. We will be honoring Dr. Florence and Guard Jameson, Dr. Lauren, and Commissioner Michael Naft. Thank you.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. Yimloch. Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohayich Zion ledor vador. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. All right, let that sink in a little bit. We're going to go back to it later. So we are thinking of our rabbi who is in Israel. He is spending Shabbat in Jerusalem. We got a Shabbat shalom from him a few hours ago. And I'm looking forward to him sharing his story. I've been getting his story via text message throughout the week. And so we'll hear it in person, as Jim said, next Shabbat. So make sure to be here for that. And we'll also have the Shabbatones. And it is a service led by our 6th and 7th grade class. So that should be really beautiful. As we go into this Shabbat, we take a deep breath. We let out all the yuck of the week, anything that has been bothering you, anything that's been kind of nagging at you or gnawing at you, and we breathe in the possibilities of the week that is to come. And we take this 25 hours to refrain from things that stress us out, if it's possible. We're going to take a deep dive during the sermon spot into Jewish mysticism. And this is something we don't talk about very often. And so I began with this song, the Kedusha Chant, by my friend cantor Amy Robertson Katz, who it is a way that we can wrap ourselves around this idea of holiness that exists within us and exists beyond us. But we'll get that in a little bit. So first, to really kindle that feeling of Shabbat and bring holiness into our hearts, we begin by lighting our Shabbat candles. And we're going to ask Serena and Bella to light those candles for us tonight.
Shabbat shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu. Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And now we welcome our Shabbat bride on page 138 in your Siddur, verses 1, 5, and 9.
Dodi, yalla likrat kala, yalla penei Shabbat nekabe, yalla lecha dodi,
Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'lithilah. Yailai, yalalala lechadodi, yalalala likrat kala, yalalala penei Shabbat nikavela. Verse 5. Hit'oreri, kivarech kumiori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alayich nigla. Yalalala lechadodi, yalalala likrat kala, yalalala penei Shabbat nikabela. We rise to greet the Shabbat Queen. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, uv'sohola, toch emunei, am segula, boi Boi chala, yalalala lechadodi, yalalala likrat kala, yalalala penei Shabbat nikabe, yalalala lechadodi, yalalala likrat kala, yalalala penei Shabbat nekabela. We remain standing for our Baruch Hu prayer, our call to worship, page 146. Lai Page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is an hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim.
Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Please be seated. I'd like to invite up any of my junior cantors or Shir Heart that are here to help us with Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבניך ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיטתך וביתך ולכתך בדרך ושכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטפות בין עיניך ושרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיהם אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים להיות להם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיהם אדוני אלוהיהם אמת.
All right, we're going to do a new Michamocha. So we're all going to learn it together up here, okay? So it's not really new, but it's new to us. It's by my friend Cantor Josh Goldberg, and it is found on page 158. So, Eddie, would you teach us the melody for this Michamocha? Good. All right, you got the first part. The next part is Nora tehilot. Let's hear that. Back to the beginning. One more time. Here we go.
Who is like you, Adonai?
Nora.
You brought us out of Egypt, opened up the sea, walked across and we were free.
Last time. All right, thumbs up. In the middle, thumbs down. I like it, right? Yeah, all right, good. Very good. All right, you guys can stay up here because you guys know all the prayers. Okay. So we're going to, oh, Mimi's leaving. Okay, bye, Mimi. We turn to page 160 for our Hashkivenu prayer, our prayer that reminds us that we are sheltered by God's love as we lie down to sleep tonight and every night.
Sukkot shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us straight wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
turn to page 164 and rise for our Amidah prayers.
Adonai, Shabbat Tiftach, Uviyad Kiteki Vatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel HaTzadik Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zochei Matzei Avot V'Imot, U'Mevi Ge'ula Le'ibnei B'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Osea U'Mashiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. Atah Rav Le'Oshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Marid HaGashem, Mechakel Hayim Behesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Ramim, Somech Novi Ve'Rofer Holim, U'Matir Asherim, U'Mechayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, U'Midom Elah, Melech Memit, U'Mechayem, U'Matzvi HaYeshurah, V'Ne'eman atah leChayot HaKol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. Atah kadosh v'shim hakadosh, kadosh v'shim ha'hoyam v'eluch ha'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen HaKadosh.
We continue in our own private prayers through page 181, using the words on the right or the left side of the page or the words within your heart. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated. we turn to our live stream now and say Shabbat Shalom, and also invite you to add the names of your loved ones who are in the bed of illness and in need of healing prayers into our chat at this time. We have many on our Misha Barach list tonight. These are names submitted to our office. Robbie Schwitzer, Mitch Cohen, Susie Cerno, Barbara Bernstein, Logan Knapp and family, Jack Chernikoff, Zelda Weingarten, Joyce Barosem, Artie Block, Sandy Block, Evelyn Block, Elaine Block, Sandy Mintz, Rona Mendelson, Amy Sabag, Sarah Devora Bat Miriam, Evan Harpold, Shoshana Ham, Lori Fletcher, Kim Botwin, and our family and friends in Israel. As I look out, if there is anyone that you are thinking of for healing prayers, please say their names at this time. Vincent Rodriguez, Kim Rodriguez, Robert Cohen Tillinger. If you feel comfortable doing so, you can rise and put your arm around the person next to you so that nobody feels alone. We say Misha Barach for all of these people and all those who have no one to say it for them. He has a better amen than me. So I was texting with the rabbi this week. I said, okay, so, I'm leading services by myself. You didn't really like tell me what you wanted me to talk about this week, what like any words of wisdom. And he's like, aren't you in rabbinic school? Teach them something you learned this week. I'm like, okay, fine. So we're going to begin again with that first song that we started to learn as we entered into Shabbat, the Kedusha chant. We're going to start with that third line first so that we're ready for it. It starts Yimloch Adonai, and we're going to eventually turn this into a round, okay? So let's try it. One more time. Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohayich Sion ledor vador. Alleluia, Alleluia. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. You have a handout that should help you with this next part, just in case you're not familiar with the letters. So when we look at the Hebrew letters, what do we see? Perhaps we see lines and dots that make no sense. We just know it's Hebrew. Perhaps we can decode it, but we don't know what the words mean. Or maybe we're fluent in the modern language of Hebrew and understand it perfectly. So no matter where we fall on the spectrum of Hebrew knowledge, there is one thing that many of us don't know about: the meaning behind the letters. Not only what they mean when you put them together and form words, but also what they each were created to manifest within and reflect in the world beyond us. Okay, did I lose you yet? Cool, all right. So you have this handout. It has two letters on it, Aleph and Bet. We're going to get to it. What I'm referring to here is called Jewish mysticism, often referred to as Kabbalah. It's an esoteric study that shouldn't even be learned until an individual is 40 years old. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Cantor, you're going to be 39 in a couple of weeks. You're not 40, so how are you studying this and teaching it? Well, I guess I can thank Madonna for making it more mainstream in these recent years, but I digress. Scientifically, the rabbis believed that it took until 40 years old to get an adequate enough foundation of Jewish thought, halakha, and tradition. If a person dove into mysticism too soon in their studies, it could easily be misunderstood and confused. So I know I'm not the only person here under 40 in this room, but if you are sitting here tonight, you care about Judaism in some way, shape, or form, and that is enough of a reason for us all to learn some foundational basics on the subject. When one thinks about mystical, the word mystical, there's these soft-focused pictures of mysterious, dreamlike scenarios that fill the mind. We imagine things we don't see in life, but we envision that are possible. It seems a bit far-fetched from the Judaism that most of us grew up on. As one of my B'nai Mitzvah students said Tuesday in Hebrew school, Judaism is crazy. There's a reason for everything. That is true. And it includes the letters of the Aleph Bet. Each letter contains a hidden meaning, a numeric value, and a theme to focus on. The founder of the Hasidic movement, the Baal Shem Tov, taught us the letters of the Torah are the building blocks of the universe, and every word and letter has a deep spiritual meaning. In other words, Aleph isn't just the first letter of the Hebrew language, it also holds the numeric value of 1. It is built off of diagonal letters of 2 yuds and a vav. If you're not sure what yud and vav look like, they're on the sheet. You can do a little searching. They create an illustration of a ladder from heaven to from the earth to the heavens, which signifies that which is beyond our comprehension, the mysterious, ineffable aspects of God. Its letter sound is silent, which represents something mysterious, unknowable, and still. Because it is not the first letter of the Torah, and we'll get to that next, it serves as a reminder to be humble. Aleph makes up the 3 words that make up God's name in the book of Shemot. Ehyeh asher ehyeh. I am who I am. Aleph on its own symbolizes God's unity and oneness. But my personal favorite mystical meaning of Aleph is emet. Aleph, mem, tav. The first, middle, and last letter of the Aleph Bet. If you're not sure why it's my favorite, ask the person next to you, someone will know. It means truth, the letters of Aleph Bet. They are all-encompassing as a representation of God's truth. Aleph's symbolism is particularly meaningful in this week's parsha, Yitro, a parsha that's near and dear to my heart because it was this Shabbat that I chanted for my bat mitzvah, my maftir. Aleph is the first letter of Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 utterances or 10 commandments. And that is what this parsha is famous for. When Moses received, in Hebrew, kibel, the same root for Kabbalah, Aseret HaDibrot, it is told that he identified the mystical meaning of the first letter, Aleph. Moses' role as chief among the prophets is represented by the Vav, which connects the lower yud of humankind and the upper yud of God. Moses therefore connects the lower and upper worlds, the transcendent immanence of God, the spiritual and metaphysical realm as opposed to the material and physical world. It is said that Moses was so in awe of the mysticism behind the letter Aleph that when he wrote it smaller than all the other letters. And we still see that on some of the Alephs in our Torah today. If all of the meaning derives from the first letter of the Aleph Bet, is there even anything left to derive from the second letter, Bet? Well, of course. Bet is the letter that portrays creation of the heavens and the earth. The first word of our Torah, in fact, begins with the letter Bet, the word Bereshit, in the beginning. Our classical midrashic text, Genesis Rabbah, points out that the letter is closed on 3 sides and open on 1. So if you want to look at that to see that I am not making it up, it indicates that one can investigate what happened after creation, but not what happened before it, or what is above heavens or below earth. When we turn it on its side, it depicts a chuppah, or a bayit, a home, where there are beginnings. The Aleph is a mystery because we don't truly know what came before this creation moment in the Torah. So wouldn't you know, our parsha this week highlights this Jewish mysticism and its namesake. When we look at the main character of our Torah portion this week, Yitro, at first glance, we might wonder why Jethro got a whole Torah portion named after him. He was an idol-worshiping Midian priest, after all. Shouldn't we be calling this Torah portion Moshe? He's the one that brought us those utterances at Mount Sinai. But no, The lesson lies in Moses' father-in-law, Yitro. He had a very large leap to make across the spiritual spectrum to understand and recognize the larger universal power at work by transforming himself from a place of darkness and negativity to a place of positive energy. He merited having this portion with the 10 Commandments named after him. There is an existential message for us in this. If we do not model our lives in this way, pushing positive light through the dark, narrow spaces, the further away we are, or feel we are, from a place of unity, certainty, and sharing. The more sparks of joy that we bring, the bigger the opportunity is for us to reveal light and transform the world. Light and dark, aleph and bet, transcendent and physical, it makes your head spin. The takeaway is that there is a whole mystical world to be discovered and woven into our Jewish lives. There are dual realities, cosmic and spiritual realities of the universe. We can explore beyond our existence and within our own hearts just by taking a closer examination of these letters. So next time that we look at Hebrew, perhaps we will see more than words on a page and begin to decode the map to our soul. So I want you to pick apart the first or the third. We're going to do a round.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory. Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohayich Zion ledor vador. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Adonai Tzvaot. The whole world is filled with your glory. The whole world is filled with your glory.
We turn to page 586. We seek God as a partner in every significant act. We invest our deciding and doing with direction, worth, hope, and in failure, the possibility of repair. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, lateit gezula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam. Vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
We remain standing for our Kaddish prayer. We have recently lost Aldolfo Gonzalez, Connie Tarnopol, my Aunt Donna Zale, Hetty Gordon, Harriet Cohen, Suzette Johnson, Judith Kahn, Lawrence Simon, Andrew Gruber, Stephen Simon, Arthur Marshall, Doris Munich. We observe the Yortzites of the rabbi's mother, Marjorie Axelrod, Nancy Barish, Sam Barnett, Sarah Bass, Janet Blander, Philip Campbell, Charles Cohen, F.R. Craycraft, Alan Garbus, Harold H. Goldberg, Selig Hochstein, Robert Hutchings, Pauline Crute, Bernard Lee, Rose Levenberg, Max Levine, Charnia Liebman, Barry Linden, Pete McCogney, Charlotte Papauser, Robin Price, Marnie Denise Robbins Greenberg, Molly Rudin, Mark Schoentag, Evelyn Simon, Seymour Talski, Ann Witt. If there are any names that were not mentioned in our Kaddish list or our Yortzeit list of people that you have lost recently or are commemorating the anniversary of, please say their names at this time. And if you are watching on the live stream, you can submit them in the chat. We turn to page 598 for our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, to which we say, amen. Please be seated. We invite up any of our religious school students or anyone b'nai mitzvah age or younger to join us for our Kiddush and Motzi. We want to thank Eddie Birch on piano. We want to thank Del Acosta, our shamus. We want to thank our board member, Jim Mason, for reading our announcements. Thank you to Zane for passing out all of the papers to you, and to Leslie for being our staff tonight, as well as Lee and our security staff. We are very grateful that teamwork makes the dream work. So, last but not least, a few last plugs for you. Lev Lock-In is happening again this Tuesday. For those of you who signed up for last week, there was some confusion, so we postponed for this coming Tuesday for sure, happening right here on this bima. It is an amazing experience. It is a mind-body connection. It is a kind of scratching the surface of Musar, of intentional healing through self-examination. You have to be there to understand. If you could imagine, this room is dark. We are only led by the light of the Ner Tamid, the eternal light, and candlelight, and everybody gets comfortable. We make a circle on the bima, and there's some journaling, there's some singing, there's some really nice breathing and connection between heart and mind, and you have to be there to understand. If that sounds like it might be your jam, like even if there's like a small chance that it'll be your jam, you should come. We open the doors for it at 7:30. You can get comfortable. And at 7:55, doors close, nobody else gets in, and we end at 9 o'clock. It's on Tuesday. It's with our fellow congregant, Deidre Perry, who is a specialist in heart math, and I'm giving it a piece of Musar, which is a really cool, it is cool, I think it's really cool. Different midot, different traits, soul traits that help guide our being, and I'd love to share it with you. So, like, I would say if you go to yoga and you like it, this would be your jam, okay? That's how I would correlate it. But we are closing it off to only 20 people, so if you want to go, please let me know. There is room right now, but not a lot of room. The next thing, I know Jim mentioned it, on March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we have Cantor Becky Mann here as our artist in residence for our 50th year. And on the 2nd, while she's here, we also have Cantor Billy Type and Bella Feldman. The four of us, plus our CNT choir and Shabbatones, are going to give you an incredible concert. 50 years of Cantors, Cantor Billy Type and Cantor Becky Mann and me, we all grew up in this synagogue, and Bella Feldman was our cantorial soloist for a very long time, so we're kind of bringing it all back together. We really hope that you can come and support this, bring lots of friends with you, and mark your calendar so you don't forget, March 2nd at 7 p.m. right here. Okay? Sound good? Great. And then that Friday night, Becky will be our artist in residence, so you'll have a beautiful service. So we're going to conclude, because I really want you to feel this Kedusha chant, but I want you to close your eyes. We're going to sing it. You can sing either part. We're going to sing it twice through, and then we're going to exit, here's the hard one, quietly. But then once you get out to the oneg, you can talk again. I just want us to have this kind of peaceful, spiritual, mystical moment together. So we're going to close our eyes. Also, real fast before you close your eyes, I see a lot of guests here tonight, which is wonderful. Welcome. If this is your first time visiting our congregation, can I just have like a show of hands? I'm not going to embarrass you, make you stand up and like announce who you are, but I just see like a lot of new people. So, okay, great. We have some new members. Awesome. If you see someone you don't recognize, please meet them, greet them, show them how audaciously hospitable our congregation is, please. And I would like to meet anyone that I don't know, so please meet me in the oneg out in the lobby. All right, deep breath. Let's close our eyes and chant. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Shabbat Shalom.